Unfortunately, we had another just lack of control on the charts day where we lost a lot. Almost hit the loss limit, $900. And just really, really, really over eager to take trades, and just focusing on the money. Purely just focusing on money, not worrying about anything else. So yeah, let's just get into it and kind of what was happening. So we're at all-time highs. We really had no structure. This was London low, Asia low, and let's see. The first trade I took ended up being a long after this break. I went and I got stopped at break even when I took this high. And my first mistake was seeing it hold and jumping back in multiple times. I jumped back in around here, lost, saw it reject, jumped back in, lost. And I just can't do that. Then I instantly took a short, made a little bit, or maybe I got stopped at break even, took a short on this, made some just random trades, took a long here, and this is where I ended up blowing the rest. I took a long, it lost, then I took a short, that lost, then took a long here, that lost, and then just shorted and lost more. Anyone that watches these videos knows that I am getting better at trading, right? Like, I even know I'm getting better at trading, but when I have to have these types of days, it really doesn't seem that way, right? And the truth is that, I can be very good at trading, but if I can't be very good at discipline and very good at risk management and very good at managing my emotions and very good at handling losses, then the reality is I'm just not going to be a very good trader right now. So this is later than normal. I mean, it's 4. I went for a drive right after just to clear my head, just look at the beach, get outside. Then I came back and I've just been laying on the couch just scrolling through my phone because I have nothing to do. I have absolutely nothing else to do that I have to do, right? I could be more productive. I could do other things, but I have no other responsibility today that I have to take care of. I don't have, again, I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I don't work over the summer because my main job is coaching soccer, and I'm just off through the summer. And then I have my own team in the fall, but it almost makes it harder to trade while not having anything, because when I sit here in the morning and start trading bad, it gets really bad instead of just waiting for the next day. Like, I can go and do this or that and take care of what I need to take care of and just come back and trade another time. It ends up being the only thing I think about, the only thing I focus on, and I just want it too badly. I focus too much on trading. I care too much about it, and I think that's what's holding me back. I'm going to make a lot of changes to my trading. It's easy to say that because I know what not to do and what to do a lot of times, and I just do the wrong thing, or I do things that I know aren't good, but some of the change I want to make. Like, for example, here on this trade, I don't mind taking this trade, but when we put in this high here and we hold this fair value gap and we re-sweep this high with no displacement, that should be a sign to get out of the trade. I don't mind taking a break even there. What I do not want to do is get a break even and then jump back in when it starts moving, and then jump back in when it moves again, because you can't lose 3 times on one trade, because that one trade that should just lost 1 time now lost 3 times for you. But yeah, so I want to make some change in my trading, but back to the point of just nothing else to do. Like, I focus on trading so much because I know this is what I'm going to do. I know this is how I'm going to make money. But when it's not clicking right now the way it needs to be, when I can't handle losing the way I need to, trading being the only thing that I do or care about or focus on is just not a good thing, because it just controls my life. It's all I think about. It's all I do. And yeah, it's like you have to lock in, per se, and go all in on something. But I mean, after this morning, I was like, when I went on a drive, I mean, I haven't had this bad of a day. I mean, last Monday was bad, but this was just, to do it again so quickly, is just, I mean, I just want to quit, to be honest. I just want to quit trading. It's taken every ounce of just like that fighting spirit to be like, look, I'm going to get up tomorrow, and I'm going to come back, and I'm going to do the right thing. And I'm going to do what I know how to do. And I'm going to come back better. I'm going to trade better. I'm going to focus more. But, I mean, again, like I said, I'm making this video late. I don't even want to make this video. Not because I'm trying to hide, my mistakes or anything like that. Like, I don't care. I'll never sit here and BS results, because, I'm not here to just BS. I'm not here to just whatever. This channel is just documenting my progress. So I don't want to make this video for no other reason than I just don't care to sit here and I don't feel like it right now. I don't feel like sitting here and talking about trading. I don't even want to think about trading, because that's all I do. And for when it goes bad, to just blow up a whole day and lose $900 is just like, I'm just slapping myself in the face. The days I wake up and do the right thing, the days that I wake up and I stay disciplined, the days I stick to my rules, the days I stick to my plan, today is just me slapping myself in the face and embarrassing myself, right? And again, I don't even want to sit here and make this video, because it's just like, like, what am I doing, right? But it's weird, because I realize the progress I'm making. I know I'm getting better. I know what my problems are. My problems are taking a trade, not benefiting the way I feel like I deserve, which means winning. Taking a loss, not being able to handle the loss. And it all just comes from the simple fact that I want it too bad. I want to pass my account too bad. I want to become funded too bad. I want to make payouts too badly. I want to make $50K a month trading. I want to make any money a month trading. Like, I want these things so badly that I lose sight of the actual skill, the actual art of trading, placing good trades, reading the market, doing what I know how to do. I know what not to do, but yet I sit here and just make silly mistakes, right? The only trade that I should have taken was the 3-minute, right here. This 3-minute breaks. That's a nice trade. You got to break even after this high. That's a good trade. 28 points, right? We swept London low. We reversed the gap. We have the low resistance liquidity. But why am I getting caught up in the bad trades? I'm kind of pausing a lot here because I don't know if anyone's ever been in have a day like this, but it's really frustrating. It's hard to deal with. It's just hard to sit here and motivate yourself, right, to come back the next day, because that's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to show up tomorrow and do the right things, but it's very hard to show up and not care about my P&L, because it just feels like I'm getting nowhere when I trade. It feels like, and that's why I break my rules, that's why I take bad trades, that's why I try and make money back, is because it just feels like I'm going nowhere. Because I don't hold my winners right, so my winners are small. And I'm trying to pass this funded account with 5 micros. So instead of realizing that it's all leverage, and the same trade that I take with 5 micros, if I took with 5 full contracts, is a lot more money. But because I'm result focused instead of process based focus, I'm just making a lot of mistakes, because it would have been hard today to not take a trade, or to maybe take one bad trade and step away, because losing $200 is a lot harder to do than to lose $1,000. Because I'm so focused on passing the account, I'm not even worried about taking the best possible setups, because I want to take everything that's in front of me. I don't even want to be patient anymore. Like, I have no patience. I don't even wait for the best quality setup, because I'm so focused on making money that, if I just waited for this 3 minute, this is a more obvious setup. We sweep London low. We actually have some low resistance liquidity. We actually have a real fair value gap, singular, right? But when I'm trading and I'm sitting here and I'm zoomed in on this fair value gap, it's not terrible. But this is a break-even trade, and that's fine. Or a small loss. Let's say worst case scenario, I lost on this trade. Worst case scenario, we lost 16 points. Even if I managed the trade terrible, even if I didn't go to break even when I probably should have on this trade, and I just let it hit a stop loss, I'm losing 16 points. At most 20. So for my sizing, that's $160, at most $200. What ends up happening? We enter that same trade 3 times, lose. Maybe we lose the same amount, probably lost more, but we just set those intentions, set those bad habits, and set that type of day into action, because we made the first mistake, which was not being okay with whatever happened with the market and forcing results. Me getting stopped at this trade and break even, again, if I would have lost, I would have lost 160. If I would have got out of break even, I got out of break even. But when I see it come down here and go up and I get back in, that's me trying to force a result. I'm trying to force a trade. This is not my entry. I don't enter off of a reaction candle out of a fair value gap. If that was my model, great. But that has nothing to do with how I enter. So I'm sitting here making mistakes. This candle here, we could have entered off this inverse. We create an SMT at the low. This would be a break-even trade at worst. Like, I'm getting protected. We had multiple fair value gaps here. This 2 minute. This 2 minute closes here. This 2 minute trades above. That's a break-even trade. At worst. Or you lose a little bit. Then you have that 3 minute gap. This trade here, I actually don't mind this trade here. I don't mind this. Guess what? Worst case scenario, 14-point loss. So if I took this trade and this trade and lost both of them, that's 30 points. Even if I took 2 losses, that's 30 points. What happens if I enter on this inverse? Oh, would you look at that, 30 points. 2 losses, 1 proper win. Break even day. At worst, break even. But what is it? Stab here a few times. Stab here, stab here, stab here, stab here, stab here. Negative 900. Being able to have these types of days in trading and make it through is what makes traders, right? And it's hard for me to believe sitting here unprofitable at the moment, knowing I will be profitable, but sitting here not making money from this, it's hard to not just, like, my first reaction is I'm quitting this, F this, I try not to curse on here, but that's my first reaction this morning. Just turned off my charts, just jumped in my car, just drove around, just had to get out the house. And that's my first result. So, and it was just like, I'm quitting. Like, I can't keep doing this. Like, I can't do this anymore. I can't just keep trading. I can't keep losing. I can't keep spiraling. I can't keep breaking the promises to myself. I can't keep breaking my rules. I can't keep showing up every day and losing. I can't keep doing this anymore. I really feel like I just can't keep doing this anymore. It is how it felt right away. It's just I just can't keep doing this. But then, I take a step back and something in my heart tells me not to quit. I can't quit because I didn't come this far. 1 year. I didn't make all this improvement just to quit. And I know what I'm doing. I know how to trade. I'm getting better every day. And the reality is right now I'm not profitable. So what happens when you're not profitable? You overtrade, you take bad trades, you jump back into trades. I'm just doing the things that I'm reflecting who I am, which is an unprofitable trader. But all I need to do is stop doing the things that are keeping me unprofitable. Until I can change those habits, I will be unprofitable. Until I can't hold my winners, I will be unprofitable. Until I jump back into trades, I will be unprofitable. Until I take too many trades per day, I will be unprofitable. So I can't sit here and feel sorry for myself. Like if I was sitting here and doing everything I knew to do and I wasn't making any mistakes and I was holding my trades properly and I wasn't over trading, I wasn't over leveraging, and I was losing, then maybe I could feel sorry for myself. But I don't feel sorry for today because I'm making too many mistakes. I'm trading like an unprofitable trader. When I know if I focus on the right things and focus on trading as a skill, as like an art form for the skill of trading and just hold my trades and just forget about everything else. I don't need to care about how long it takes me to passive fund it, how long it takes me to, how quickly I can make a payout, how many I can pass. It will all come with the time, right? Like, if I'm only catching a 20-point move every day on average, maybe someday I get 40, some days I lose 10, some days I make 20, some days I lose more, whatever. Let's just say I average 100 points a week someday. Who's to say that 100 points isn't $100,000? That's a crazy amount because you're trading massive size at that point. But this 30-point move today is all I need. And you know what sucks? Is if I come in tomorrow, I hit a 30-point trade, that will only be $300 out of the 900 I threw away. I lit on fire $900 today. If I come and find a great setup, 30 points tomorrow, and make 30 points, that's not even half of what I just lit up. So mentally, that's my if that's my mindset of, oh man, this trade is like nothing. What's it gonna make me want to do? It's gonna make me want to take another setup. It's gonna make me want to risk more. It's gonna make me increase my size, because I'm not happy with the skill. I'm too focused on the results, right? And what does that do here? It means I'm too focused on the results that I can't let this trade stop me at break even or stop me at a loss and be done. I have to get back in because, I'm looking for opportunity. When I'm trying to pass an account, the first setup, this first setup that comes by today, I jump on it because I can't miss the setup. I can't miss the chance to make money. I can't let this one go without me profiting on it. Because what if I don't see another one? If I don't see another one, I'd be $900 richer than I was, right? If I didn't trade today, I'd be in a lot better spot than I did trading. So the whole moral is like, I'm just so focused on passing the eval, passing the account, doing this or that it's removing me from what I'm actually supposed to be doing, which is just trading. I'm over trading, taking too many steps and taking bad steps because I'm so focused on making money or making a winning trade that I'm not even waiting for the good trades. I'm just jumping on anything because I want to maybe that's the one that gets me 20 points, or maybe that's the one that gets me 10 points, or even if I get 10 points here, that's another $100, and I can keep chipping away. I don't need to chip away at anything. I'm just trading. I'm just waiting for a setup and I'm executing. I'm not chipping away at a target. I'm not, trying to get a payout. I'm just executing on a chart. It has nothing to do with money. I get paid, yes, but I can't do it consistently if I'm thinking about anything other than what is the chart telling me? What do I do? What do I know how to do? And I know how to trade, but I get so caught up in passing my account because I want to pass the account so bad. I want to make a video saying I passed my funded account, or I want to do this or that. But the reality is, that being my focus makes it incredibly hard to actually do that because I care too much. I just care too much about passing my account rather than taking good trades. Because if I cared more about taking good trades and trading properly, I wouldn't have lost $900 today. I would be better off if I did not care than I am because I cared so much about making money today. I cared more about making money today that I actually ended up in a worse spot than if I just didn't care at all. So the things I really want to change is just, and the hard part though, because I know what I want to change, but the hard part is I'm sitting here and I know tomorrow I'm going to remember today and remember last Monday and just remember $900 negative and the $700 negative day, and anything I make will not feel good enough because I'm chipping at the $900 loss, right? Or I'm trying to get back to where I was. I'll be where I need to be if I just take good setups. Maybe it won't happen tomorrow, the next day, the next week, but I will be there eventually. And it's just that lack of confidence in the arrival of my destination I want to be at. The lack of confidence in the process is the reason I'm not there. The only reason I'm not where I want to be is because I don't trust myself to let me take myself there. I don't trust myself to get where I want to be, right? Like I think about this as a vision, right? If trading being profitable is my vision, my goal, like the way I can best explain it is like, when you're in your house, think about profitability and trading and making money as a goal, as the vision. That's the vision. I can see in the future, okay, I'm making money trading. I make be a profitable trader. I'll make money trading, whatever the case is. That's the goal. That's the vision. I can see it, right? I know it's there. It's kind of like at your house. You know your front door is there. You know it's there. Even if you don't see it right now, you know where your front door is. You know that it's there. And when you walk to your front door, you know where you're going. You know you're walking to your front door. Do you look down at your feet? Do you look down at the floor when you're walking to the front door? The same way that when I know I want to be profitable, but why don't I just trust myself to get to the front door, right? I can see it so clearly. And I know how to get there. I don't need to look at the ground. I don't need to look at each trade and today, each step's just like a day. Let's say it takes you 100 steps to get to your front door, 10 steps, whatever it is. Each step is just like a day or a week or a month. You don't have to look down and make sure that you're walking the right way or that that your floor is still there, because you trust so blindly. You know so deeply in your heart that your front door is there and that you are going to your front door and you'll make it no matter what, that you're not needing to look down at the ground and see, okay, where's my foot going? Where's my foot going? Where's my next step? Where's my next step? Because you have the goal, you have the door, you know exactly where it is, and you trust so blindly that you can get there. Just like with trading, being the door. I know I want to be profitable trading. I know I can be. I know I'll be able to get there. But what am I doing each day when I come in trying to force things and make money? I'm looking at the steps. Let's say to pass this funded account, I have a red day, green day, red day, red day, green day, green day, green day, green day, red day, red day, green day, red day, green day, red day, green, 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 red, 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 green, green, green. You get the point. Just a whole lot of nonsense. But let's say it's predetermined that or just. Let's say fast forward, I become funded, and I look back at the days. It won't just be straight up. It'll be up, down, up, down, up, down. So I'll have red days, green days, red days, green days. But let's say when I do become funded, whenever that is, I'll look back at the account on Top Step, and it'll be going like this: up, down, down, up, down, side to side. Okay, boom, we pass. That's how it's going to be, right? So if I know that that's what it's going to be like, how come when I'm sitting here on a day, on a red day or green day, me worrying about that day or focusing on that day it doesn't matter. It's like each step, it's like once you get to the front door and you look back and you're like, oh, I had to walk around a table to get to the front door. I had to walk around a table because there's a table in my way. Just like I had to overcome a losing day because there's just a losing day. Across the days, funded and not being funded, across the path to get funded, there were some red days. So here, when you're here and the outcome's here and that's where you started and you're here and there's a red day, that's just like walking past the table in your house to get to the front door. The table's there. Nothing you can do about it, but you still know your goal to be profitable. That's your starting point, and there's a speed bump in the middle. That's all it is. That's all a red day is just, okay, but when you're at the red day, this is as far as you are. You still know you'll get to the door, but, it's an inconvenience. The reason why the table doesn't bother you and that you can just walk around it is because you know you're still going to get to the door. Trading's different because you don't know if you'll make it to that door. You don't know if you'll make it to profitability. You don't know. So when you have a red day, it feels like your entire world is collapsing in on you. And it feels like that door is gone. And it feels like that window's gone. And it feels like this is it. But this is just a table in your way. This is just a speed bump. This is just something you have to maneuver around. And if I can understand that each day, that this is me, I will be funded somewhere in the future, somewhere in time, somewhere in the present. I will be funded. This is where I was before I started trading. This is where I will be. Right now I'm somewhere here, and each red day that feels like the end is just a table or a chair or whatever in my way that I just walk around. Because the day doesn't define this. I will be here. It's just like in life. Every single person will have to die at some point. Every single person, no matter what. You have a start, you have an end. No matter what. No matter what you do, no matter who you are, no matter who you talk to, no matter what you believe in, you will die. You start here, you end here. So everything in between doesn't change anything from the fact that you start and end. Just the same way in trading. Everything in between here and there has nothing to do with anything other than the fact that you will become profitable and you start out not being profitable. The only way that you don't become profitable is when you hit a roadblock, you quit. I'm not saying that everyone will be profitable, that everyone can be. I'm just saying if you don't quit, you really can't fail. And but that's a hard thing, is taking each day, each loss, each speed bump. The world feels like it's falling in on me. It feels like it's collapsing. It feels like it's over. It feels like I'll never be able to come back from this. It feels like everything's lost. But it's because I'm thinking so short term. I'm thinking next week. I'm even thinking this month. I'm thinking, well, June, I had a great month in June. I made 1,900. And if I made another 1,900, I'd dang near pass the account. But I don't want to submit to time. I don't want to submit to another month. I would have passed my funder way quicker if I held my trades properly. But regardless, if I took the exact same trades as June and made 1,900, which I did in June, I made 1,900. If I did the exact same thing this month, 30 days, I will make 1,900. My account will be $200, $300 away from passing, which then means give or take a week. But when I think about that, my ego tells me a month. I don't want to wait a month. I don't want to wait a month. I don't want to sit here and trade every day for a month just to pass a dang funded. I don't want to sit here and do that. I don't have to. I don't know if the market's going to give me an 80-point trade tomorrow. I don't know if the market's going to give me a 60-point trade, a 90-point trade, a 20-point trade, a negative 30-point trade. I don't know what it's going to give me tomorrow. Because all I have to base on is past experience. And my best ever past experience was 1 month, 30 days, $1,900. Which is good. But I want it now. I want it now. I want it now. I want it quicker. I want it quicker. When I was up 1,900, I wasn't thinking about, wow, that was really good. Let me just keep getting better. Let me focus on what I need to do. It was, let me get this thing over the line. Let me squeeze out a few more profitable days and pass this account. Because I have a scarcity mindset that I'll never find good winning trades. And I don't believe in what I'm doing. I don't believe in what I'm doing hard enough to trust the process. Because I'm trading 5 micros for a reason. Because if I can pass an account with 5 micros, I can pass an account with 2 full contracts. I can make a payout, probably. But I have to find a way to accept the process for what it is. I can't change how long it takes. I can't change what the market gives me today. I can't change if a day is a losing day or a red day if I follow my rules and do the right things. If I do everything I'm supposed to and I lose, I can't change that. If I do everything I'm supposed to and I win and it's not as big as I want, I can't change that. I cannot control certain things. And in life, you have to accept that. And in trading, you have to accept that. And I right now struggle with accepting the fact that I have to submit to time. I have to submit to the process. I have to submit to all of these things I don't want to submit to. I don't want to sit here and accept that it might take me another month and a half. It might take me 2 months. I don't want to sit here and accept that, even though that's part of me getting better. Is that what I want to do? I want to trade, I want to take a trade tomorrow with 2 full contracts and make $1,500. Because $1,500 in one day, one trade, is a lot better than over the course of a month. 1 day versus 30 days. It's simple. It's simple math. It's really obvious why I would much rather prefer to make, $1,000 every trade. Yeah, great. If I could have $1,000 winning days, passing the account really wouldn't be that big of a deal, would it be? But because I need to work on this skill, I don't need to just pass the account anyways. If I can capture 30 points every single day, obviously you're going to lose some, you're going to win some. But if I net 30 points on average every day, yeah, that took 10 days to pass an account. But then what happens? Now you can trade 5 full contracts. Now you're making $3,000 a day. Why am I so concerned about passing the dang funded rather than just getting better at what I'm trying to do? If I over leverage or spiral and whatever and gamble through and pass an account, what is that doing for me? I'm just hyping myself up. What does that do for me? It doesn't do anything for me because I just created bad habits. I'm not even practicing the thing I want to do. I want to trade. I want to make money trading. And if I'm not actively practicing the things that matter in trading, but I pass an account, I'm just sitting here gambling. I'm just sitting here wasting my time. I'm just sitting here for some dopamine, right? I'm not trading at that point. So what do I have to do? I have to come back tomorrow. I'm going to start taking, and honestly, this is what we'll do. This is exactly what we'll do. We'll write it up. We'll write it up right now. We don't need to write it up. But here are my rules. These are the rules that will make me profitable. Because if I do these things, there's no way I can't be profitable. This is how we're going to end this video. Rule number 1. And this isn't going to make me profitable with sizing, but I am so dang determined to pass this thing with 5 micros. I'm going to. 5 micros. I can only place 1 trade per day unless I properly execute on that first trade. If the first trade I take, I get in and I do everything I'm supposed to do, it's a good setup, it's a valid setup, I have proper targets, I'm following my plan, I get in with proper risk, and I hold. If it wins, stops me break even, or I lose. If I held the trade properly, I can take another trade. Maximum 3 trades. Or you know what? That's just me trying to make my rules to where I can, do whatever I want. 1 trade per day. 1 trade. Because what's that going to help me do? It's going to help me submit to time. Eventually, I can take more than 1 trade when I hold my trades properly, when I'm really confident in what I'm doing. But, 1 trade, 1 stop loss, 1 take profit. I don't care what the market does. And I'm sitting here, I'm thinking, I'm like, man, well, what does that mean? Oh, I don't know if I want to do that. What if this was the trade I took today, and it stopped me at break even, and I had a break, I would have lost a lot less than $900. You know what else would happen? Winning days will happen. What would happen here? What would happen here? Oh, what would happen here? If this was the first trade I took. What would have happened here? Oh, we wouldn't have got stopped for break even. We would have made 27 points. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing Because this is the thing. I know I've always said that if I do these certain things, I will be profitable. Let me put my money where my mouth is. Let me put my money where my mouth is and see. I talk a big game. Let's see it. Let's see it happen. I'm taking one trade per day, no matter what. Win, lose, break even. After that one trade, I will continue the paper trade where I can only allow myself to take 2 trades on paper. 2. I execute 2 trades on paper. It doesn't have anything to do with just getting in randomly. 2 paper trades. And that's at most. That's like at most. You know why? Because I still want a paper trade to practice ideas, to build conviction, to look for setups, to engage my mind. But I'm placing 1 trade, 1 stop loss, 1 take profit, and I have to hold it. I either lose on the trade or I win. Those are the only outcomes because that's the only trade I'm doing. So I'll never lose more than $200. I'll never lose more than $200-300 in a day because I'm only taking 1 trade. Only 1 trade, no matter what. I lose that trade. Oh well, that was my day. I have to wait till tomorrow. And until I prove that I can stick to that, I don't need to be taking 2 trades. Some days, yeah, a lot of times I'll take a loss and then I'll take a win. But and again, I'm running through the things in my mind of like, oh my gosh, do I really have to take 1 trade? What happens if I lose and I see a really good setup and then I don't take it? Why am I so worried about the results? Why am I so worried about making money? Right? Why am I so worried about the things like that? Why am I not worried on just and what I just realized if I'm worried about what if I take a loss and then there's a good setup that I don't take on win? I better take it on paper, right? Because we can still see, I'll still trade 5 micros on paper. Let's see how much money I make. And in my paper account, I just trade way better than whatever. But I'll still take only up to 3 trades in a day. But my mind, and I just realized that the fact that, what was my first thought about 1 trade? What if I take 1 trade and I lose and there's a good setup and I miss it and I don't make money? I'm too focused on the result, right? Because 1 trade per day, 1 stop loss, 1 take profit, what does that do? That gives me something concrete to say this is what I'm doing and this is how I follow my plan. Because what are my mistakes in my trading? Lack of discipline and lack of following my plan, lack of confidence. So let me just eliminate all the BS. I now will take 1 trade, I'll hold, and whatever happens, happens. And I'll learn from it because I don't need to make money right now. I don't need to pass my funded. I don't even need to be profitable right now. I need to follow rules. I need to stay disciplined. So even if my trading takes a hit by taking 1 trade, even if I make less money or miss out on opportunities, I need to be so good at following my plan and being disciplined to my plan and sticking to what I say that nothing else matters. It does not matter if I took a loss and I could have taken a win. It doesn't matter because right now, more than ever, I need to prove to myself that I can just take winning trades. Not winning trades. I need to prove now more than ever that I can follow my plan. I can stick to my rules. I can be disciplined. I can take 1 trade. I can walk away after a loss. I can walk away after a win. I can hold my trade. I need to be, and I don't have to, I'm not worried about passing my account quickly. I need to focus on results or not results. I need to focus on being disciplined, sticking to my plan, and following rules. So my rule is 1 trade, 1 stop loss, 1 take profit. That's it. I know what I'm looking for. I find good trades. One trade, one take profit, one stop loss. No matter the result, we hold the trade. And boom, that trade's done. I go to paper. I have 2 more trades. I can only execute 2 more times. And then boom, day done. I can keep watching, read price, whatever, and then we do our review and we come back the next day. And I'm going to do that for an entire month and just see what happens. We are going to take 1 trade per day for an entire month, and we are going to see what happens. Mark my words, our trading skyrockets. I'm about to go get something and put that up. 1 trade. We're taking 1 trade. I'm excited because we come back in a month. There is not a chance. There is not a chance from right now, not from the negative 900 day. I'm not going to put that on me. Right here, we're starting at 0. We're going to take 1 trade every single day. And you know what? Yeah, we're going to take 1 trade. And we'll come back in a month. And we'll see. We'll see, and we'll see how much it benefits me. So I've rambled for a long time. I doubt anyone even makes this point in the video. If you made it to this point in the video, you're a real one. Comment. Comment who you want to win tomorrow in the Spain versus France game. And if you don't know anything about it and you want to comment because you made it this far, just comment, let's go Spain or something like that. Like, hopefully Spain wins, something like that. Because even if you don't if you don't watch soccer, but if you made it this far, like I appreciate it because it's my longest video by far. But I needed this video. I feel a lot better. I really do. My first thought was I'm going to quit. So this video is going to have horrible watch time. It's probably one of the worst videos I put out. There's no learning happening in this video for anyone else because these are my problems, but I feel better. I've resolved a lot of things, and I'm ready to come back tomorrow. I'm very happy to be here and what I'm doing. I'm grateful for this, and I'm glad for today's learning experience. So without further rambling, I appreciate anyone that's made it this far, and anyone that clicked on the video and clicked off. I appreciate that. But 1 trade, 1 take profit, 1 stop loss, 1 month. We're coming back at the end of July, and let's see how we get on. Peace out. Hope you guys had a great day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll be doing better.